Hi, I'm Allie Jackson Jolly. I'm here with Jeff Lewis. He is an appellate attorney. He is also the founder of Jeff Lewis Law. Jeff, welcome and thanks for being here with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so it is a busy day at the United States
You bet.
Supreme Court. Of course, I'm talking about the fact that the court is hearing the case about candidate Trump, former President Trump, whether he can appear on the Colorado ballot. So tell us, what should we know about this case?
Well, a few things. First of all, you should know the Supreme Court didn't rule today, but through its questions asked by 9 of the justices, we got a pretty good idea which way the court is leaning. I would guess that 7 of the 9, perhaps all 9, but at least 7 of the 9 justices are leaning towards restoring Mr. Trump's name to the ballot.
And so those two that are not leaning, who let us know, who do you think, who do you expect may not vote with the
Uh,
rest of their peers?
Based on the questions, that would be Kagan and Sotomayor.
Yeah, so thank you for that. And let me ask you, so former President Trump, he's never been convicted or found guilty of insurrection. So is it constitutional to keep him off of the ballot?
Yeah, that was the big question today. Keep in mind the Colorado courts all found the fact that he engaged in insurrection. So the question before the Supreme Court was not what did Mr. Trump do, but what are the legal consequences of what he did? And should he be stripped off the ballot, or should that argument be advanced to a later date, perhaps by Congress when they certify the election next January? So the big question before the court today was, as a result of Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, when and what consequences should befall Mr. Trump?
Yeah, and the last time we spoke about this, you gave us a little warm up to this day. Um, we talked a bit about how difficult of a day this could be for the court if they were more split. Obviously, if there was a vote that was unanimous, that would be easier. What do you think? Is 2-7 a win for the court in that it's not at least split down the middle?
There is no win for this court. By taking this case, they set them up for a lose-lose proposition. If they keep Trump on the ballot, they will get lots of critics from the people who think that they're just the 3 of the justices that were appointed by Trump are just paying Trump back. And if they strip him off, many of the voters are going to think they were deprived of their right to vote, and that should be determined by voters, not the court. So, regardless of whether it's 5-4, 7-2, or even 9-0, this court is going to lose.
And so what do you think, what's the timing look like? When will we have an answer? When will we know definitively, um, who has voted which way and what will happen for candidate Trump?
Yeah, this case was put on a compressed docket. Briefing was squeezed down to a month. Oral argument was set quickly thereafter. I expect the opinion will be released this month, by the end of the month, and before March 1st. And when you say a definitive ruling, the court could answer the questions very narrowly. They could just answer the question in terms of whether or not Trump can be on or off the ballot and dodge the question of whether or not Trump is qualified to serve as president.
Oh, and what does that mean? What will happen if they dodge the question, as you said?
Yeah, so it could be that they determined that Colorado was without constitutional authority to strip him off the ballot, but that at a later date, perhaps Congress, when they certify the election, or perhaps through the action of the electors, that perhaps he's still disqualified from serving. The court seemed to draw a big distinction between being eligible to appear on a ballot and being able to serve as president. And that might be the narrow distinction that avoids a ruling on the merits.
Well, it is really interesting stuff, stuff that I'm not sure I knew I would ever be watching. Um, this court is full of drama, and I appreciate you being here with us to help analyze exactly what it all means. Thanks so much for
Of
being here.
course, happy to help.